Well, good day. Looks like we are counting down on the final hours, the final days of TikTok. And it's unbelievable. You know, the Democrats are behind it and Republicans are behind it. And, the Supreme Court has now said they're all behind it. But the thing is, we also have to realize this is just if it comes about, more likely it's just going to be the end of TikTok in America, the United States. For the rest of the world, TikTok goes on. So I know it's kind of for us here in the States, we're saying, oh, it's the end of TikTok. It's the end of the TikTok for us in the States. To say that they're going to go on. Now, however, some of us who have VPN or other things will continue to be on TikTok. It'll be interesting to see how it's going to change for us that are still going to be, coming in and logging in via other countries that are using VPNs and things like that. That's going to be interesting. But I think, it also points to something I think is just really sad and is showing how completely out of touch the ruling class is. Right now, groceries are just absolutely ridiculous. There's a major housing problem. Interest rates to buy a house have gone up. And I mean, who can really even buy a house anymore? I mean, the money you need for the down payment and the closing costs and everything, and the cost of houses and homeowners insurance, everything in life is getting more expensive. Wages aren't keeping up with it. Eggs, gas, everything is getting more expensive. And only thing we are hearing more and more about is, tax breaks and tax cuts for the oligarchs, for Mark and Bezos and Ilana. As long as they get more billions, I guess 200 billion, 300 billion is not enough for them to get another mansion, another yacht while people starve. And that ironically gets kind of to my point. By doing away with TikTok here in the United States, which is not a Chinese app, and it's not giving information to the Chinese government. That's just absolutely ridiculous and has been debunked a million times over. Absolutely ridiculous that was even ever a talking point. But there's so many people, so many millions of Americans that earn an income off of TikTok. So many people that started businesses, small businesses off of TikTok. So imagine we're in this place now where, cost of living is absolutely ridiculous and all these things are going on. Trump's talking about coming in and starting this ridiculous tariff war, which could make things more expensive. And all the parties, Democratic Party, the Republican Party, what will really help with everything going on right now, with everything being so damn expensive? Let's get rid of millions of people's incomes. Let's end hundreds of thousands of small businesses. That's their solution. One of their solutions is say, okay, all these people that are making money off of TikTok, making livings, that have started businesses that have enriched their lives in so many different industries, things that are absolutely surprising. People might have a skincare line, and all of a sudden they do a video and it goes viral, and boom, they are, super popular, or a person has a book. I remember this one woman had a book on here, and all of a sudden it was never done anything, and all of a sudden her story came out there, and she's a best-selling author. Absolutely heartwarming story. All these people that have all these small businesses are losing out. Millions of people are going to be losing jobs through TikTok. The businesses are going to be closing. That with TikTok closing here in the States. And again, this is by the Republicans and the Democrats. And this is now a law in America that TikTok is going to be going away here in the States. Again, for the TikTok company, America is just a small portion of their entire business. So, but again, in the upcoming inauguration, watch who is sitting next to Trump. Mark, Ilana, Bezos, the other oligarchs. Look who is in his cabinet. The millionaires and the billionaires and everything else like that. And Joe, in his final speech, talked about that, the oligarchs taking over America. And my God, is it true? And I don't care if you are MAGA, if you're a Democrat or a Republican, it has never been more clear in America that you have the ultra elite, the rich, and in the working class. And the ultra-rich elite oligarchs are getting more and more and more wealthy and are controlling more and more power and more of the government. And the working class is getting poorer and poorer and poorer and seeing more and more and more of their rights taken away. Could you imagine, all these people are going to be losing all this income with TikTok going away and seeing their business go away. And they're talking about gutting and taking away major parts of Medicaid and Medicare. They're talking about reducing benefits for Social Security. They're talking about reducing and possibly even taking away, disability and healthcare benefits from veterans. They're talking taking away school lunches. They're talking about ending the Department of Education. Everything here is taken away, reducing, taking away anything that benefits us, the working class. Again, I don't care if you are MAGA, if you're Republican or Democrat, it's the oligarchs and the working class. And MAGA, I'm sorry, but you voted for those oligarchs. You voted for your rights to be taken away by those people. And we tried saying, don't do that. But again, with just a few days now for TikTok to go away, I'll just say I'm absolutely disgusted with their Democrats, and I'm also disgusted with the Republicans. They have this fantasy, and the Supreme Court, same thing, this fantasy about how TikTok is this Chinese app and they're giving away all of our information. Excuse me, Mark and Facebook and Meta and Elon and everything, they've been selling our data and our information for years to the highest bidder, to companies and advertisers. And that's been proven time and time again. And again, TikTok is not a Chinese company. There's two people that are involved that were Chinese. They only have 20% of the entire company. It has nothing to do with the Chinese government. Nothing. And if more and more and more and more people go over to Red Note, Little Red Note, that is a Chinese app associated with the Chinese government. My God. 2020-25 started off really rough. I can't imagine what the next 4 years is. And if this is the end of TikTok in the States, it's going to be a sad epitaph to what has been a great experience for so many creators and so many people living here in America and the States.